Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of Toy Story 2. The reason why I'm splitting them up like this is because I kind of like it ending with To Infinity and Beyond. But as you can see, you get everything, and the boost is the next one we get. So we'll get them at some point, but getting a lot of the items there's a massive deficit. Like you don't get, well, a deficit isn't the right word. There's a massive gap between the two of them. Now we're into Bombs Away. Bombs Away is one of the boss levels. Every 2 levels you have a third boss level. And this one is one of the first ones, and it kind of stands out. Mainly for the music. And the fact it's an evil goddamn plane who's trying to, I don't know, steal your soul or something. Now, the problem with this one is it's inverted. Can be how annoying the camera can be. As you can see, it can be quite annoying. So the idea is you've just got to basically run at him, and when he comes down, just get the right hit. Like for example, there you go. You want to try and do it with a obviously a charged up laser when you can, because of how much damage it takes off. But again, it can be quite difficult to do. I'm having an amazing luck here. It's a shame because the music in this thing is great. I think you get green laser at this point at some point. Ah, I knew that would happen. Yeah. Third time wasn't so lucky. There you go. But as I said before, the power of rechargeable Duracells. Then you can go twice as faster and slip a new one in, and then Buzz turns into Spanish Buzz. Because the battery's been out for too long. Anyway, every time you defeat the boss you get a little clip, which again I'm not going to show. I'm going to show about 10 seconds of. Oh no you don't. Okay, my bad. I know you do get a bonus movie award. I'll show you about 10 seconds of it, and then you know from that one what part of the movie it was. It was this bit. We've seen this in the third. Actually, I'll let this one run, just for the simplicity of we all know what this one was like originally. And in fact, Toy Story 3. I love how much she's meant to be like the Emperor, and we all remember this from Toy Story 3, the little cutscene there and the film. So I'll skip then, and so he finds out. And then the original LP, that's one where I had the sort of fake out ending, where it was like it went up, and then I had silly smiley face. Back when editing was, my editing was atrocious, and all done in Windows Movie Maker. Actually, that original LP was all Windows Movie Maker, which was surprising. I have to say, Windows Movie Maker back in the days when you could actually use it as something. Now it's totally rubbish. So Construction Yard is not one of my favourite levels by any means. In fact, I forget regularly where things are in here. Don't get enough coins, and to be honest, it's one of those things that's a nightmare all around. It's dreary, it's drab, there's a massive structure which you have to climb up and get to the top of, with shortcuts, but I mean, come on. It's still a bit of a hassle. And then really bad draw distance affects this one mission that we're going to do straight away, and I'm going to show you what it's like. Because I'm putting off doing the colours as much as possible. The amount of hatred I got on the video with the colours, it was ridiculous. They were like, why are you doing this? Oh my god, you can't see straight. I'm like, just because I forget what my primary colours were and how they turn into non-primary colours doesn't mean that I'm, you know, an idiot. But apparently it does. Apparently that means I was obviously a massive idiot, and that my ability to pull out knowledge that far was, I don't know. I find it kind of funny, to be honest. Oh my goodness. What? There we go. Now seriously, tarmac burns, not tarmac. Concrete burns. You would not want to be kind of wading around this and letting it stay on you. Okay. Now I thought there was one off the edge, so I spent ages searching for it when I did this. When I did a recent speedrun of this, and obviously that killed my speedrun. You kind of want to, with this one, you've got 40 seconds, so take your time. You want to go around the perimeter because this little bugger here is very difficult to see. Okay, so that's 3. There's one over here. I can't actually see it. Fantastic. There's one here. And now I can't see the last one. Are you kidding me? Oh no. I had this problem last time. I couldn't find it. There we go. They just blend into the background. There we go. It's relatively easy to do, but the draw distance, the background colour, and the fact everything looks the same, kind of really, I don't know, really not very nice. Okay, so let's actually get on with the rest of it now that's out of the way. I guess the next thing would be to conquer my fear of primary colours and show you that I'm not a baby and that I know my primary colours. 5 years on, when was I? I'm 21 now, just about. It was my birthday on the 12th. So what am I now? What was I back then? I record them in the November time, and it was about 5 years ago. 21. See, now you're going to just have a go at my maths and say that I'm horribly slow, when in fact I was 16 back then, which was, wow. It was the November, so I'm not sure whether I was 16. No, yeah, I was 16 or 15, one of the two. I was just doing my GCSEs. In fact, the reason why I did this Let's Play originally was that I'd kind of started doing some stuff, but it was before my November exams that I had in, I think, geography and a few other things. I was doing coursework and no, was it coursework? Yes, it was. And no, Rex, no one likes you. Go away, Rex. You're a homeless. I don't know, not friendless homeless person. But the remote's just turned the volume down again. It does that randomly. Yeah, so I did it just because I was bored and I wanted to do something fun, and I just picked up the game and played it, and I really enjoyed that Let's Play, and it was great fun. So all in all, it was one of those things that I didn't realise how big it was. And it's kind of a shame because while it's got so many views, obviously the views don't translate into subscribers, which I guess is a shame, but the fact that so many people go, oh my gosh, the nostalgia, means it's really nice, it's really sweet, and it means something, because the reason why I still play this game today might be a layer of nostalgia, but I also think it's a great game. I think I enjoy playing it more than the likes of Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie's fun, but I like... did that... No, it went. I thought it was still there, and I was like, no, you're not going to tell me that I'm really bad at doing this again. Okay, so the last one is it green? It is green. Oh dear. I mean, it's 3, so there's different combinations. That leads, what, 9 different combinations you can do and get it wrong? I'm not sure. No, there isn't. No, there's pretty much, that's it. Because you have to do it that way. So you can basically blind guess it and it'll work pretty much all the time. Oh well. So that's the question mark token done. Oh goodness me. This level kind of is draining. Very draining. Because you have to go, oh, you'll find out in a bit, but let me just get rid of this guy. You have to go halfway up the structure and then come back down to give Potato Head his item. And strangely enough, the order in which you see them at the bottom of the items at the bottom of the screen when you win a level, that's not the order you get them in, which further kind of cements the idea of why. Just why? I guess it's the order that you use them in, because technically the boost comes before this point. Like, you can use the boost in the second level, and I'm guessing it's by level order, but not the order you get them in, which seems strange, but never mind. Ah, this vehicle. Big JCB. I guess it is JCB. Oh no, there's a tyke. Better not do that first before I get the tyke. And the thing is, the camera doesn't bother me, but I can see the camera bugging for people because the way it moves, you kind of can't see where you're going temporarily. But obviously for me, it's not an issue because I can just blaze past that. Oh my god, that's something that's annoying me. I was watching Nothing to Declare. It's the Australian show about people going to Australia, and obviously it's something that I casually watch on television sometimes. And gosh, something just reminded me of it. I don't know what it was. Oh, never mind. Well, that's something that will never come back again. So yeah, these things, I don't know if they crush you, but I'd better get that, just because you can pretty much walk past them anyway, it's not an issue. Kind of want to get all the coins, because I had a bad experience a while ago, and burning hot screws. Don't ask me why they have burning hot screws bouncing around. Okay, these are the switches which you want to use. They're pretty useful. If you fall down, you can use these to get back up again to this level. Again,
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit.
No, that's another interesting thing about Toy Story 2. Buzz acts like the fake Buzz. He acts like that in the things he says. He says little quotes which you wouldn't hear the real Buzz saying, because the real Buzz doesn't believe in all this nonsense which Toy Buzz believe in, or, you know, fake Buzz, old Buzz, new Buzz, technically, as well. It's interesting why that is the case, and why they chose to put the little sound bites in. Maybe because this game, I guess it feels more like a real-life inspired version of the Inspiration Dream Sequences levels things from Toy Story 3, because those were good fun. And in a way they were imaginative and what a kid would imagine, which is why I like them a lot. But But the other levels could have been more like this, and it would have been a lot more fun. I don't know how much time they spent making this game. I don't know, what they did when I'd love to speak to the guys who made it, just to say, thank them for making a game that was a very enjoyable game, that was a movie tie-in, for putting it, but also just because thanks for making it a really fun game. The amount of this has actually shaped a lot of my childhood. Okay. Nice skybox there. And also, coming back as I am now, I'm building a computer game for one of my modules in computer science. You can kind of appreciate a lot of the things in the games better. And, well, you can see how some certain things work, but also can appreciate the games as technological things more than before, when I was looking at them just, I guess, more at games. And I can appreciate how long they take. Okay, so while you can go higher, there's no point, because you need an item to defeat the boss. The only item in the game, the only boss in the game well, that's Chug. I swear it chugs more on the no, get out of there, on the PS3 than it does on the original console. So yeah, out of curiosity, what is the childhood game? The childhood game, not multiple, but the childhood game which you played. Maybe it was your first video game, maybe it wasn't your first video game. This was my first video game, which is probably why it's had such a big impact on my life. But what was your first video game? What was the first game that kind of affected you as a gamer, and you thought, this is what I want to do? For me, this game it was something which we could play with a family, like even my mum and, not my dad, but my mum got involved. And, we were all quite awful at that point, so naturally it was my mum and dad that were quite good. Sorry, it was my mum that was quite good at it, and we were, okay at it. Obviously, as time progressed, and we kind of stopped doing that as much as a family, that kind of stopped happening. And it's interesting because I've tried to get my mum to play this game again, just for the sheer hell of it. But also I've tried to get my dad to play it, just because it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, they're all like, oh, my reactions are what they used to. But it'll be curious to see what our generation of gamers will be like in 20 years. Like, I started gaming when I was 5 or 6. What changes will that make to me over someone who's, say, 40 but has only gamed since they were 20, or maybe less, maybe more than that, maybe less than that? Is it something that improves hand-eye coordination, or is it something that improves certain only specific things that only works for gaming, therefore it's pointless? Will, obviously, our time spent looking at TVs and screens affect our eyesight later on in life? Interesting things, I guess, that we'll only find out in the course of time. But yeah, there was another game which my dad played, possibly the first major video game that I actually played. For those of you who know Donkey Kong Country on the SNES, there was a rip-off game. I've actually played it and done a let's play of it, called Mission Nutrition, which was starring all the Kellogg's characters. It was actually called in other countries Mission Kellogg's, because I don't know why. Oh yeah, forgot about that. You kind of want to defeat these enemies because oh, look at the shadow! Look at this little shadow right underneath them, and then the shadow down below. It's kind of cute. But yeah, Mission Kellogg's, and that was probably the first game that my dad got into, and it was one of the games that he was just vastly better at it than me. And he used to play it on the work computers, because it's one of those games that is only compatible with Windows 95. No, are you kidding? That's the first time I've ever done that, ever. And this is why it used to be one of my very not favourite games. How long have we got left? Oh, 1 minute. That's good. So I'm not going to be able to do everything in this last minute, so I'll probably push the episode out a little bit. An episode, a kind of area, if you will. But yes, I always had a lot of fun with those games, and obviously it was one of those. As I say, it's an imitation, a mixtape of Donkey Kong Country, a parody, I guess. But I guess some people would say it's a blatant rip-off. Oh, for goodness sake! Some would say it's a blatant rip-off. Oh my goodness, this is not going well. Right, we'll go back up here because I don't know. It won't matter too much. I can't believe I failed twice. This level's been brilliant for that. But yeah, good old Toy Story 2. Good old Toy Story 2. I said if I hadn't known Ollie, I wouldn't have gone into gaming. And if parents hadn't messed up with the console choice that I wanted, I would never ever have got this game. And that's kind of a shame because I love Toy Story. I love the Toy Story franchise. Oh no, but I turned the volume off. Stop. It's like, I don't know what you want. I turned all the volume off. Shut up. At least he didn't knock me off again. That would have been very embarrassing. I hate the way they kind of stop you as well when they hit you. Like the laser beam is an actual physical entity which kind of affects you.
Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe
There is quite a lot of like random chug and slowdown. And then the volume keeps going down. I think the TV's buggered, or there's some infrared signal in the house that's causing this, because it only does it here. Okay, so this is your boss. The Jackhammer Bros. Now pretty much the best way of doing that is just you can even shoot behind you and it still hits him. And there we go, he's dead. That's pretty much it. He's the easiest boss of them all, because he requires you to just spam. Just spam. Okay, so now we've got to get the Tink one left, and once the Tinker Sword, what are they called? Tykes. Once you get all the Tykes done, that's that. I think there's one over here, and then I don't know where the last one is. And there was a life on top of here, so you make jump. Oh wow, that skybox is awful, and the way the colour just changed. Yeah, you can see the skybox actually. It's the same image. So it's not really a skybox more than a billboarded object, which is set at the kind of the very back of a depth test. So nothing can overwrite. Sorry, everything overwrites it. Right. Well, we've got enough nearly for Ham. So we'll just go and I've done it again. I've not got enough coins for Ham. Brilliant. This level every frigging time. Well, there should be enough by the time I get there. And I forget what the last Tyke is. I've got all the ones climbing up. Yes, he's on there. I think I just got 47. Typical. But yeah, it always kind of boils down to there's the last few coins, which you just haven't got. And it annoys me, because this level's not too difficult. Until recently, I never had a problem with searching for the last time for all these coins, but I guess I am now. I think that'll do it. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Now, come on. I guess I'll kill this guy. Typical, doesn't have any coins. I'm pretty sure there'll be a coin at some point on top of these. No, that doesn't look like it will. Again, the volume's going down. Don't know what it is with this TV. Maybe auto volume's on or something. And that's all of those got, and there's not a single coin near Ham. Honestly, Ham, why? Why you do this? There's a coin right here, which is ironic. There we go. But yes, another Pizza Planet token, which takes our total to 10. We've not missed a single one, and that can feel really good. Like, by now, most people will have missed either one or two, because certain levels do have restrictions on the amount of toys that you can, the amount of tokens you need to get into them. This one is one of the ones where you, I think it's each boss level. Again, it's not really, I've never run into that, because it's easy to get most of the tokens you, yes, it's when you run over a little hill, and then he doesn't quite touch the ground, and you need to touch the ground to jump. I haven't run into that until now playing it through on camera. It's not the it's not the Let's Play curse, it's just, the Let's Play curse doesn't exist. It's just what happens when you're filming something, especially when you're commentating, you're thinking about multiple different things at once. And a nice shiny Pizza Planet token, which means we've got all of them in the level. Let's just get out of here. I'll see you, in the next episode. Take care.
And beyond.